Hey y'all, new show alert. We are back in New York City, one of my favorite Housewives franchises. We have a brand new cast, and finally I can say that this is the New York that I live in. Without further ado, this is my review of The Real Housewives of New York, Season 14, Episode 1. It's been so long. We saw Season 13. 13 is just an unlucky number all around, as we can see. But I'll say, even before I get into the review, that this was just so refreshing. And Andy, he was really holding his cards to his chest. He was just like, it's really different. Yeah, it's really different in a good way. So I'm excited. Let's get into it because this is probably going to be a long review because it's the city I live in. Because I'm not sure if y'all knew, but July 13th that just passed, that was my 10-year anniversary living in New York. So I'm officially a New Yorker now. Well, a New Orleanian New Yorker because, I still represent. Anywho, let's get into it. So we get a montage of the season, like the cast. I'm just gonna go individually because that's how they're being introduced to us. So first up we have Brynn. She looks fun and flirty. She lives in the West Village and she's a brand marketing consultant. Oh, and just look at her. She looks messy. She looks around my age or possibly younger. I'll be 38 on July 29th. She looks like she's about a good 32, 34, and her tagline is, don't mess with me or I'll date your dad. Something along the lines of that, so we know this was a good casting choice. Next up, we have Jenna Lyons, and when the cast was announced, this was the biggest name on here for obvious reasons. They must have had to back up the Brinks truck to get her on here, but she lives in Soho, and she's an interior designer / entrepreneur. I think we all know that. I think she was like the CEO of J. Crew, something along the lines of that. I'm excited for her. I immediately liked her inside. I just hope to God she's not problematic. She just seems fun and quirky and a little sarcastic. So yeah, so far, Jenna is my favorite. Next up is Gessel. She lives in Chelsea. She's a fashion publicist, and I believe she's the first Indian housewife ever. My first impression of her was she's bougie, especially the way she talks to her family. Like, the way she was just ordering around her family like they're the help, especially her husband, was just a little jarring. All right, now, so we got Sai, who also I loved immediately. She lives in BK, Brooklyn, creator / influencer. I saw her house before the show. Let me tell you something. Her house made Sonia Morgan's house look like the projects. She has a 4-level apartment in Brooklyn. It is fantastic. Go look at it. It's on the Bravo website, but she's so good. She reminds me of, she looks like Thandie Newton, but she just gives me, messy like Ashley a little bit. I think out of all the cast, Sai would be the one that I want to get drinks with. Next up is Uba, and she lives in Columbus Circle. She's a model / entrepreneur, and she's also cousins with Chanel Ayan. What are the odds? What a coincidence. I don't even think Andy Cohen knew that. I liked her. I didn't see much of her in the first episode, but she seemed like she will get with you. It also goes without saying that she's effing gorgeous. And last to round out the cast is Erin. She lives in Tribeca. She's a realtor / interior designer. This woman looks like Jennifer Aniston. Is it just me? Every time I see her on screen, she even sounds like her. I didn't mind her. I can see her kind of being the villain. She will definitely get with you. I didn't dislike her. She's going to be the one to have a problem with somebody. Also, I definitely get New Yorker from her. You can tell immediately that she's from New York. All right, and we finally get into the intro with all the ladies' taglines. Look at the budget. The budget. I'm ready for it. I'm so ready. Look, Sai, she got the best tagline. In New York, there's a lot of bad apples, but I'm the baddest of the bunch. What? I was like, go ahead. And y'all, look at this still. Look how cool they look. No, y'all gotta see this. Look at them. Oh my God. I'm ready. I am ready. I also want to point out that none of these ladies live in the Upper East Side. We are all over New York, well, the downtown part. Chelsea, Tribeca, Columbus Circle, Brooklyn. Like, it just feels so fresh already. And seeing these ladies, you almost get a Miami vibe where it doesn't feel forced and it's real friendships. I mean, real enough for the show. But y'all know that was a problem in season 13 of trying to insert some color into the group. It just didn't work. But this, I totally believe. And the title of this episode is New Era, New York, and I cannot agree more. But okay, whew, what an intro. So we finally get started. We open the episode with Sai at her brownstone in Brooklyn. We see her kids. She has 2, 11 and 5. Like, she's doing the whole housewife thing. Already, she says, I represent Brooklyn all day. I was around the way, girl. I can't even imagine hearing that phrase on the old RHONY. So already, we know we are in new territory. I need a round the way, girl. Got the shook up on your loving. Okay, so Sai's being visited by Bren for a little kiki, and then next we're in Washington Square Park where Uba is meeting up with Aaron. From here, I think we're gonna go back and forth between scenes because Aaron currently has an issue with Bren and Sai. We're back with Sai and Bren, and Gessel is also joining the kiki. She brings her kids and her mom along. I'm pretty sure because her mom is her personal nanny. Gessel has twin boys that are 1, and whew, boy, let's just say I will not be having kids anytime soon. Oh, and speaking of which, we cut to Bren's confessional. She's like, Sai's kids, I'm ready to get knocked up, have babies. Jessel's kids, never mind. To be fair though, Jessel's kids are newborns. So we're back with Uba and Aaron is telling her grievance with particularly Bren. I think she's good with Sai, but I'm just gonna lump her in anyway. So the issue was, Aaron was holding a dinner for the group. It was last minute, she couldn't find any reservations, so she went to this restaurant that they keep bleeping out. And we'll get to that later, y'all, because I know exactly what restaurant it is. So they all get to this restaurant, and Bren and Sai, they kind of bail out. They just say, oh, I'm not feeling it, kind of sick, something like that. I'm sick, something like a bad excuse. Everyone else went. But Aaron finds out through social media that Sai and Bren had dinner somewhere else the same night. Now, that is disrespectful, y'all. Like, I would feel some type of way, so I get where Aaron is coming from. That's just rude. Like, just say you don't want to come, but don't give me no bullshit excuse. So then we cut to Sai and Bren talking to Gessel, who actually went to the restaurant. They keep bleeping out the name, y'all. And I was just like, why? And they are shading the hell out of this restaurant. Bren says she'd rather go to Olive Garden. She said, oh, it's a place where, you bring out-of-towners, particularly from Florida. Sai is saying, oh yeah, it's for teenagers. So let's just get out the way. What restaurant were they talking about? They were talking about Catch. And if you're in New York, you know where Catch is. It's in Meatpacking. It's like right next to, it's in the same area as Tao because they just built a Catch steak next door to Tao. It was funny because my friend wants to go there for my birthday dinner coming up. So I just think it's hilarious that they're talking about Catch. I think now that I don't even want to go to Catch. And maybe that's why they bleeped it out. Erin said that she didn't even care that it was Catch. It was just an easy restaurant that was convenient for them because they could book a large party at the last minute. Now, I'm familiar with Catch because I used to work in meatpacking twice. I worked at Dos Caminos in meatpacking. I was familiar with Catch then. It was like a hot spot. Like, you would see a lot of the Eurotrash, like rich people, like people going there before their club nights. But yeah, I've never been to Catch. I don't know what the food is like, but those of you who have been to Catch, even the one in LA, let me know what y'all thought about it. And do you agree with the ladies that, you wouldn't be caught dead there? Okay, so here goes the next issue. So for some reason, Bren was with Aaron, who's mad at Bren. I don't know, y'all, but I'm gonna just go with the story. We see Bryn telling Sai and Jessel the story about why Erin is distancing herself from Sai. They had a little get together at Erin's, and supposedly she had a charcuterie board and there was cheese on it. And according to Erin from Bryn, Sai goes to her and says, "What is that? Is that cheese? You eat cheese? That's weird." Apparently, Sai was judging Erin for eating cheese. Look, and then from there, y'all, I have never heard the word cheese so much. And I just hope it was for this episode only. Like, I'll allow it. But the way they were talking about the cheese, I was like, can we stop, please? Like, don't even say the word cheese. Bleep out cheese like they were bleeping out catch. According to Sai, she didn't even say that. So I don't even know. This is about a he said, she said. And look, I'll allow it just for this episode. Anywho, there's an upcoming girls' night hosted by Jenna Lyons. All the girls are going to get together, and I'm sure they're going to discuss Cheesegate as well as Catchgate. Okay, so next scene, we're with Jessel in her family habitat. Her house is gorgeous. We see her mom is there. She's visiting from London. I think Jessel's from London as well, and she moved to New York. This is the scene where I was just like, why is she talking to her family like this? Like, I would have been cussed her ass out. Okay, so she gets points for this. In her confessional, she says she moved to New York from London when she was 22. She graduated. She said she wanted to be in the fashion industry. And someone told her, well, London is for fashion. And she was like, well, London isn't New York. And there you have it. I was like, okay, I kind of like you. Okay, the way she just told her husband, who's like working in their living area, oh, can you go do that somewhere else? And he just gets up like, oh, okay. Side note, I think the husband should grow his beard back out like in their wedding picture, because he would definitely be a contender for a hot house husband. So Jessel is being visited by Jenna, and this is her first scene in the episode. One word comes to mind when I first see Jenna, and it's chic. She just looks so fucking fabulous. My Sex and the City people, remember that Power Lesbian episode with Charlotte and she was trying to get in with the ladies? That's who Jenna reminds me of. Now already I'm seeing a theme between ladies on how they all know each other. Like they all know each other through, it looks like the fashion industry. So that means, you know, we're definitely gonna get looks. We already got the wealth. I'm looking at these places. We haven't even gotten to Jenna's place. Look, these homes are gorgeous. So we get a little background on Jenna. Like, she was like the president of J. Crew, and she's legit. Like, Michelle Obama was wearing J. Crew from head to toe, and Jenna was like, I'm just so proud of that moment. So Jessel and Jenna are talking about Jenna's upcoming gathering with all the ladies invited. Jessel's telling her about Cheesegate, and it turns out that all Jenna is serving at this party is going to be cheese, and she does not care. All right, so next scene, we're with Jennifer Aniston, Erin, and we're just getting to know her home life. Her home is gorgeous, of course. I mean, she's in Tribeca, for God's sakes. So it looks like she's hosting a family affair. We got to her confessional. She's married with 3 kids. She says, you know, she wants to buy her kids everything just so they can leave her the fuck alone. She literally said that. So in walks her brothers who look like twins and her dad. I'm like, a little bit confused because they're just a few shades darker. With the blonde job, I mean, I just thought she was white, but she's just not European white. Anyway, she's having a family get together, and we're just getting to know her background. We're then introduced to Erin's husband. She's giving us a background on how they met, etc. They have 3 kids. It looks like the kids just really get on their fucking nerves. The only reason they have 3 kids because they like to have sex a lot. Anywho, they're having a nice family get-together lunch. Next scene, we get a montage of some of the ladies just trying to figure out what to wear for Jenna's upcoming gathering. We're then with Sai, she's getting ready, and we're introduced to her husband, a white guy, fine. I didn't like how he called her a raccoon. Like, it just kind of, just as a black person, it just kind of took me aback. I mean, I know he didn't mean it like that. Like, I think he meant like maybe because she's out all night or maybe the rings under her eyes. But yeah, he said he married a raccoon. I'm just like, ooh. But I know he didn't mean it like that. I'm just saying, y'all, it just stuck out to me. She also lets us know that she's been with her husband for 14 years. So they're legit. Hopefully, you know, all the ladies' marriages stay intact for this franchise because they seem like they're all in happy situations. Wow, so her husband is retired? They got money. Okay. So we're going back and forth between the cast as they're trying to get ready for this event. Jenna has a theme for the party, colors, black, gold, or khaki. I feel like that's not hard to do, and I think when they think khaki, like you have to wear like khaki pants or something like that. Just like Jenna, I thought khaki was a color. Like, you know, like a deep beige or some shit like that. And I can see black going with a khaki color, maybe like a gold accent. Really easy. But the ladies are making a really big deal out of this, like they about to go to the Oscars or something. Brenda's just so shady in her confessional. She's like, I thought she was done with J. Crew. Why are we doing khaki? So we see Gessel is on FaceTime with Erin, and she's telling Gessel what she heard from the other ladies about her being mad at Sai over cheese. And apparently, Erin is just like shocked. She's like, what? So who made up this story? Did producers do this? Are we talking about cheese for no reason? Maybe Bryn made this up because Sai says she didn't say that, and Erin says she doesn't even recall that. So Erin is saying that she told Bryn this in a jokingly way. Like she wasn't serious about being mad at Sai over criticizing her cheese board. If we took a shot every time they said the word cheese in this episode, yeah, alcohol poisoning. So next scene is the night of Jenna's gathering. Her home is beautiful, of course. We're getting some background, and I didn't know she had a son. Maybe I wasn't paying attention the first watch. But yeah, I would love to know more about Jenna's relationship life and her family life. Lord, all I see available on Jenna's table is cheese, just different types, even fondue. I think she did this on purpose, especially after hearing what Gessel told her about what the other ladies beefing about. Side note, the amount of people food that Jenna's dog has consumed concerns me. I didn't know dogs can just eat cheese and meat and other shit like that. So Erin is the first one to come over, and maybe it's the first time going to her house, but she's giving a little tour, and this shoe closet, my God. She says she has 380 pairs of shoes. I have 10. So all the ladies are there with the exception of Bryn. They're chilling at the moment, and Erin is saying her issues with Bryn to everybody. And then she takes this time to address Sai about the whole catch situation. And Sai comes clean. She says, yeah, that was wrong of me. I just didn't really want to go to catch. I probably would have let Sai have it just a little bit because y'all didn't really have to bail on me. Next time, just tell me, oh, I don't want to go to catch. But Erin appreciates that she apologized and she just owned it. So Bryn finally arrives and she's wearing black too. I think the only person who kind of followed the directions was Uba. And even then, she's wearing leopard, but I can see the khaki, gold, and black in it. So Jenna has no problem asking Bryn why was she so late. And Bryn says, because I was kind of scared. And she was scared of the confrontation between her and Erin, I guess. I don't know about this Bryn girl, because the way she acting, she knows she did some messy shit on purpose. She just don't want to be confronted about it. So they're all sitting around, eating cheese, candlelights, and wine. Really, really nice situation. And Jenna has a little ice-breaking game. And of course, it's sexual questions. Now, I'm not about to go through all this because, look, it is a Housewives thing where we just have to talk about sex. Yeah, these questions what is your favorite porn? Are you submissive or dominant? Child, this is a gay game night. They talking about coming? They didn't bleep that word out, but they bleep out catch? Bravo. Bravo. Okay, so through this game, we finally get a gateway to talking about Cheesegate. So now we have Sai, Bryn, and Erin finally addressing it. Sai tells Erin that was an asshole move, but Erin says she didn't say that. Bryn put words in her mouth. And now Bryn and Erin are going at it when Erin asks her, what's wrong with catch? As they keep bleeping it out. Erin says it's just so 2012. So I would feel offended if I was Erin because basically you're trying to call me uncool for the restaurant. Erin is better than me. I would have been like, bitch, I invited you because I wanted your company. I didn't think the restaurant mattered. It seems like Sai is just being dragged into Aaron and Bryn's argument. Like, they're the ones that have problems with each other. And Bryn, messy ass, she tried to bring Sai into it to go against Aaron with her. I think I believe Aaron in this petty ass argument, and Bryn was just stirring up shit because she don't like Aaron. While they're going at it, the other ladies are just laughing at the whole ridiculousness of them arguing over cheese. As they're eating cheese, by the way. Oh my God, this is so stupid and so Housewives. Like, Aaron is like, I didn't say it. Brandon's like, you did say it. So they pause this argument for a second, and it's Aaron's idea to just have a one-on-one with Bryn away from the ladies in another room in Jen's home. We cut to Bryn's confessional, and all I have to say is that she was born to be on Housewives. She is a ditzy mess. And I mean that in the nicest way. So they're having a conversation, and Bryn just seems like she just wants it all to go away. So she's just yesing Aaron at whatever she says. She could call her a conniving bitch. She'd be like, yes, yes, what else? So they just come to a truce, they hug it out, and in true Housewives fashion, don't we love that? Like an intense argument, and then they're going back to being friends like nothing happened. This, however, was a petty, stupid-ass argument, so it wasn't that big of a deal for them to just, get right back to being friends again. So then these two get the bright idea to wear some of Jenna's clothing and her shoes and come back outside like nothing is wrong. So they come back out where the other ladies are. Some of them are laughing, but Jenna, she looks like, smiling, but I think she's very annoyed that they did that, especially with expensive looking clothing items like that. Bryn and Aaron even get stuck together when they're giving each other a hug because, the jacket that Aaron is wearing gets caught on whatever expensive blouse that Bryn is wearing. So they have to maneuver stepping away from each other, or else they're probably going to get a big bill from Jenna. And that is where the episode ends. This was perfect. Like, I really loved it. This was a great introduction to the new season. I already told y'all what I thought of them individually, and yeah, I'm excited for a good season. Y'all let me know how y'all like the episode, but this was a solid A to me. Now, I don't know why they don't just give this show its own night. Maybe it'll change, but I just don't like it coming after Atlanta. But yes, another successful reboot after Miami. Like, I was on social media and overwhelmingly positive. The ladies really brought it. And now I'm looking at Housewives of Atlanta. I think it's time to reboot that. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get to editing. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all for the next episode. Bye.